Good morning, dear students. Determinants of supply and law of supply and supply function. Supply. As we human beings, we have some wants. These wants are fulfilled with goods and services. We consume the goods and services. We have produced them first. We have to produce them first. The production produced, the producer is ready to sell the volume of production in the market. It is called as supply. The meaning of supply: quantity of goods offered at a certain period of time and certain price is called supply of the good. Determinants of the supply: price of the commodity, prices of factors, prices of substitutes and complementaries, technological changes, tastes of farm, targets of the farm, government policies. Most important determinant of supply is price of the commodity. Supply of a good is directly depends upon its price. In this table, we can say when price is increasing, the supply also increases. Price of a good increases, the supply of good will also increase. So there is positive relationship between price of good and its supply. Determinants of supply: price of the factors. The another most important determinant is prices of factors. When the prices of factors increasing, the production cost also increasing. So the prices of factors decrease the supply. So the prices of factors and supply of a commodity has inverse relation. Prices of substitutes and complementaries are determine the supply. Technological changes also determine the supply. Technological changes can increase the supply. Targets of a film. Targets of a firm also determine the supply. Government policies also determine the supply. Law of supply: the quantity of goods offered at a certain price of time and certain price is called supply of a good. Determinants of demand: price of the commodity, price of the factors, prices of substitutes and complementaries, technological changes, targets of the firm, government policies. Law of supply: the other things remaining same as price of good increases, its supply will increase and vice versa. There is a positive relationship between price of the good and its supply. Alfred Marshall. The other determinants of supply are, are constant. When price of the good increases, the supply will also increase. We can prove or we can understand the law of supply by supply schedule and supply curve. This is supply schedule. Supply schedule indicates various quantities of good that the seller offers for sale at different prices. Price of good increases, its supply will also increase. So the the supply schedule reveals that there is positive relationship between price of the good and its supply curve. The curve shows relationship between supply of a good and price of a good is called supply curve. Supply is shown on x-axis, price is shown on y-axis. SS curve is supply curve. Price is 10 rupees, supply is 100. When price increases from 10 rupees to 20 rupees, supply also increases from 100 rupees to 200, 100 kilos to 200 kilos, like so on. So there is a positive relationship if uh, the supply curve has positive slope or upward slope. Its slope is upward from left to right. Supply function. The functional relationship between supply and determinants of supply is called supply function. We can show the supply function in a equation. Sx is equal to function of Px, Pf, Psc, T and so on. In this equation, Sx is equal to supply of the good x, P is equal to price of the good x, Pf is equal to prices of the factors, PSC prices of substitutes and complementaries, T technology, F is equal G is equal goals of the firm, GP is equal government policies, F is equal functional relation. Remains the other determinants of supply are constant. We can write the supply function as Sx is equal to function of Px. In this, Sx is equal supply of the commodity x, P is equal price of the commodity x, F is equal functional relation. Thank you. Wish you all the best.